Here's the result for the guy you filled out the survey for. He gets a C+. plus. This guy is rather so-so. Not too good, not too bad. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He will talk with great excitement and passion about big things, but most likely, he won't turn those dreams into real achievements at work. He can impress people with his boldness and charm, but he struggles to keep up with daily routines or follow rules, so his career may stall or move in zigzags instead of a straight climb upward. He sounds big but often falls short on real action.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he reacts quickly and often with a lot of emotion. He's likely to get very angry, raise his voice, or blame others instead of quietly sorting through the problem. Instead of calmly bouncing back, you'll find him making noise and sometimes drama before settling down again.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
Most people at work will find him bold, lively, and fun to talk to, but they might struggle to truly respect him or feel comfortable around him for long. He says what's on his mind without much filter and can easily hurt feelings or start arguments. His temper can flare up over small things, leading to frequent fights or tension with coworkers.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you shine at work, he'll feel a mix of emotions. At first, he might act proud and cheer you on loudly, praising you in front of others. He likes confidence. But if he feels he's falling behind, he may struggle with your success and get moody.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more, he may talk big and pretend it doesn't bother him, but deep inside, it could hurt his pride a lot. Over time, you might notice him making sarcastic remarks, picking fights over small things, or acting grumpy for no clear reason. He finds it hard to quietly accept someone else in the lead, especially at home.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He isn't very careful with money, often spending without much planning or thinking things through. He likes to buy things that catch his eye or bring excitement, even if it's not the smartest choice. Bills and budgets can slip his mind, and you may notice him forgetting to save or pay on time.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He likes to show off and make a big impression, so sometimes he pretends to be richer than he really is. He might spend money on flashy things, give gifts, or eat out just to look good, even when his wallet is feeling light. It's more important for him to feel admired and seen as successful than to stay within his limits.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is open handed and warm, rarely holding back when it comes to helping others or sharing what he has. He will be quick to spend on friends, family, or even strangers if he feels moved, and it comes from a genuine place of kindness. He likes to make people happy and feels good giving, whether it's gifts, time, or attention.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's not the secretive or controlling type when it comes to money. Instead, he tends to be open, sometimes even too open, about what he earns, or spends, or wants to buy. However, this openness doesn't mean he's careful.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes that housework should be shared and won't sit back quietly while expecting you to do everything. He likes to feel involved and enjoys being active. So you'll find him pitching in, especially when things are lively or fun, like cooking together or tidying up before guests arrive. Sometimes he'll forget or get distracted.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's not the type to just sit on the sofa and point out what needs to be done. He likes to jump in and get his hands dirty, especially if things look fun or bring everyone together. He'll change diapers, cook meals, or help with chores if you ask or if something needs his energy. You won't be left feeling like a servant, but a little patience may help when things get chaotic.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
Most of the time, he's quick to argue and wants to prove his point, especially when he feels challenged. His first instinct is to defend himself loudly, and he might cut you off or talk over you just so his side is heard. Listening deeply or gently understanding your feelings isn't easy for him when emotions are high.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he can act out and say things that are hurtful or too sharp. He doesn't always hold back his words or actions and may raise his voice, argue loudly, or even throw in a sarcastic jab. So, if you want peace and gentle words, even during fights, you might not get that with him.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he gets angry very quickly. Little things can set him off, and his reactions may be louder and more intense than you expect. He might yell, say things without thinking, or act in ways that feel over the top. This is not something to brush away or hope will change on its own.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He struggles to say sorry and take responsibility when things go wrong. Often he reacts by blaming you or making excuses instead of admitting his own mistakes honestly. While his anger fades quickly, true acceptance of blame is rare.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He can be pushy when he really wants something, and sometimes, in the heat of the moment, he may not take your no seriously right away. He doesn't always pause to think about your comfort, especially if he's caught up in his own excitement or feelings. If he keeps ignoring your no, see it as a warning sign, not something to overlook.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he's the kind of man who can take it personally if you are not in the mood for intimacy. He may feel hurt, rejected, or even get upset, thinking it means you don't care about him or are upset with him. Sometimes he might try to argue or push the topic, looking for reassurance or trying to change your mind right away.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
He lives in the moment and often acts or speaks before thinking things through, so there is a risk he could bring up private moments during arguments or jokes, especially when he's upset. While he doesn't set out to hurt you, his sharp tongue and quick temper can make him say things you wish he hadn't shared or hinted at just to win a point or make himself feel better. Respectful partners handle private moments gently, even during a fight.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He enjoys attention and excitement and can be easily distracted by new faces or flirty situations. While he might care deeply about you, His energy and need for fun sometimes pull him toward other women, especially if things at home feel routine or tense. He may not always cross big lines, but small flirtations or risky behavior are possible.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he can be over possessive at times. His moods change quickly, so when he feels insecure or worried, he may act jealous, asking too many questions, checking on where you are, or getting upset if you spend time with other people, especially men. This kind of behavior is exhausting and isn't about love, it's about his own fears.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what starts out as protective can easily shift into controlling behavior. At first, he may say he just worries about you or wants to keep you safe, but soon it can turn into telling you what to do, who to talk to, or even where you can go. True protection is gentle and respectful, not forceful or fear based.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He wants to be part of the action and join the fun parts of parenting, so he'll happily play with the kids or help out when things are lively. However, when it comes to daily routines, discipline, or the less exciting jobs, he's more likely to leave those responsibilities to you, sometimes without even realizing it. Without direction, he might assume you'll handle most of it.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is likely to lose his temper quickly. His emotions can flare up fast, so small mistakes or tantrums might make him raise his voice, snap, or say things in a harsh way. This can leave the kids feeling scared or confused rather than comforted and understood.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He will admire your strength, passion, and involvement with the kids, but might struggle when your own personal goals or independence come into play. When you try to balance being a mother with building your own career or interests, he may not always give you the space or steady support you need. He may not always understand this at first, so clear communication is important.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, with him, it's reasonable to worry about this. He might seem supportive and excited about your career at first, praising your achievements and encouraging you to do well. He isn't always steady in his promises, and what he says now may not match how he acts later.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is lively and open, and when things are good, he'll show genuine warmth toward your parents, chatting, joking, and trying to make them feel welcome. His friendliness is real, not just an act, especially when he's in a good mood. If family harmony is important to you, be ready to step in and help calm situations if he gets upset or feels disrespected. He will start out friendly and energetic, making an effort to get along with your family.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's likely to react quickly and with strong emotions, often making the situation worse instead of calming things down. He may get angry, use harsh words, or argue openly, which can turn a small problem into a bigger fight. His temper flares up fast, so gentle or quiet handling of family stress isn't his style.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he could definitely be modern and open minded with you when it's just the two of you, but then expect you to act like a traditional supportive wife, respectful, quiet, and fitting into old family roles. When his relatives are around, he may want to impress his family or avoid conflict, so he'll ask you to adjust, dress, or behave in ways you're not used to, even if he normally doesn't mind at home. You deserve to be the same person everywhere, not just a show for others.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
When there's tension, he's more likely to jump in loudly and defend you, rather than quietly stay out of it or always take their side. His first reaction is often strong, sometimes even too quick, standing up for you in front of others, even if it makes things noisy or uncomfortable. If you prefer someone who handles issues gently and quietly, no, that's not his style.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He isn't a classic mummy's boy, but you could still face challenges when it comes to his mother. He values his own opinions and likes to stand his ground, so he won't blindly follow his mother's wishes. If there's a conflict, he is quite capable of siding with you, sometimes loudly and without holding back.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he may sometimes share details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister, often without thinking about the impact. When he's upset or feels misunderstood, he looks for someone to talk to, and his family is his natural choice. This can lead to your personal matters becoming family gossip, leaving you feeling exposed or betrayed.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all of this analysis, this guy gets a C plus. This guy is so, not too good, not too bad, a bit mediocre. Day in and day out, life with him feels like living on a roller coaster. Exciting, loud, and never boring, but often tiring and unpredictable. You'll enjoy his energy, fun, and open affection, but you'll also deal with his quick temper, blunt words, and sudden mood swings.